Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Del Buno. In science, we are learning about pushes and pulls. I want you to think about a push. Put your hands in front of you and push your hands forward. Almost imagine like you're doing a push up on the ground. So your hands are close to your chest and you're pushing forward. Now, I want you to think about pulls as the opposite of a push. A pull, imagine we're doing a tug of war and we take our rope and we're going to pull it in closer to us. So you're grabbing and pulling it in. So we push out and we pull in. Well, why are we learning about pushes and pulls? Pushes and pulls are one way that things move. So when we think about when we want to change the position of things, they're going to use a force like a push or a pull to move. Let's watch this video together to get started thinking about pushes and pulls.
Hi, it's Doug. Do you ever use your imagination? Your ability to make a picture in your mind. Well, one of the things I love to imagine is what the future will be like, especially to imagine what kinds of machines people might invent in the future. Now, take anything you don't like to do. For example, I don't really like to cook. Well, you can imagine a machine that could do all the cooking for you. It could use a frying pan. It could chop up any vegetables you need. That would be an awesome machine. Or imagine a machine that could bring all your dirty clothes to the laundry room for you. Or a machine that could pick up all your toys for you in your super messy room. That would be awesome. Maybe one day in the future, someone will invent a machine that does that. But you might not have thought about this. To people who lived a long time ago, you're living in the future. We have all kinds of machines today that people back then never had. Nearly all of the things we have around us today were made with the help of machines. Machines help make our shoes, and there's machines that help us build houses, and machines that help us make toys, and even machines that help us make food, like this chocolate bar. But a long time ago, to make any of these things, all of the work had to be done by hand. There was lots of hard work. Like if you wanted to make chocolate, you'd have to grind up the chocolate by hand like this. Or if you wanted to wash your clothes, you'd have to scrub the clothes by hand, pushing the soap back and forth. Or if you wanted to build something out of wood, you'd have to push and pull a saw back and forth. So grinding, scrubbing, pushing and pulling, we might call these the work words. We used to do these work words by hand, but now there are machines that do these work words for us. Like now, we don't have to scrub soap into clothes by hand because washing machines scrub the clothes for us, spinning them around until they're all clean. Now, I have a question for you. I sent it to your teacher so that you can read it together.
All right, boys and girls, let's get ready for this question. We're going to open the letter. Our question is, what machines help people in your home or school? So I want you to think about your home and our school. What machines do people use and how do they help us? I want you to share with the person you're working with. Also, you can act out what each machine does and say the work word it uses. So, for example, if you were thinking about the washing machine, we know the washing machine spins the clothes. So, how could you act that out for us? How can you show us the washing machine spinning the clothes? You could pause this video and practice now.
Machines are all around us, but sometimes you don't realize it because most of them are big boxes where we can't see all the parts inside that are working. And machines just seem like magic, don't they? I mean, think about it. You just put dishes in a dishwasher, you hit a button, and poof, the dishes are clean. It's great, but it's not just poof. Inside every machine are parts that do work, just like if you were to do it by hand. Let's have a look inside a dishwashing machine. We'll see the view from a camera in there, so we can tell what happens. You see this? A dishwashing machine does work words too. It sprays water and spins, scrubbing the dishes clean. Or take this mixing machine, for example. This is a machine you use in the kitchen, like if you want to mix up the ingredients for a cake. You hit a button, and poof, the cake ingredients get mixed. But before there were mixing machines, you had to mix cake ingredients by hand, like this. This is a hand mixer. This took a long time, and it was a lot of work. You might get so tired, you even have to switch hands as you do it. Same for this. Do you know what this is? It's a drill, a machine for making holes in wood. But before this machine was invented, if someone wanted to put a hole in a piece of wood, you had to do it by hand with this thing. It's called a hand drill. Anytime you want a machine to do work for you, the machine has to have parts that can do the work words. A dishwashing machine has parts that can scrub. A mixer machine has parts that can mix. And a drill has parts that can drill. Now, say that you wanted to do something really big. Say you wanted to build a swimming pool in your backyard. What work words would you need to do in order to do something this big? Well, you're going to need to dig a big hole, right? And that means you have to move a lot of dirt from one place, down here in the ground, to another place up here in a pile. How long do you think it would take to dig a hole for a swimming pool if you had to do it all by hand?
So what do you think? How long would it take to dig a hole for a pool? So think about if we were doing that by hand. What would be an easier way to dig the hole for the pool? What we're going to do now is act as the machine. So there's going to be directions in this next video that tells us how we can actually move like a special machine.
In today's activity, you're going to dig a big hole. Since we don't have any real dirt here, you're going to use your imagination. First, you're going to dig with a pretend shovel. Then you're going to dig with a pretend digging machine. It's called an excavator. If you've ever dug a hole in the dirt, you know it's a lot of work. Before you start digging, think about the work words that you do. Here's someone digging a hole with a shovel. Now he's moving dirt from down in the ground to up here in a pile. What's the first thing he does to shovel? Well, let's look. He shoves the shovel down into the dirt with his foot. Shove. That's a work word. It's actually another word for push. And after that, he lifts the dirt up. Another work word. Then what? Then he moves the dirt away from the hole, and last, he tosses the dirt out of the shovel. Now put all these work words together, and you get push, lift, move, and toss. Okay, let's try it now with an imaginary shovel. And after that, we'll try it like an excavator. I'll show you how, step by step.
All right, so here we go, boys and girls. Stand up and get ready. You're going to get your body moving. And as you move and complete each movement, I want you to know that you're moving just like our machines would. First, you're going to practice like you were a shovel. Then you're going to practice as if you were an excavator. So get that body up and moving.
Stand up and find a spot where you have space to move. When you're done with this step, press the arrow on the right. Get a pretend shovel. Put one end on the ground and get ready to dig. Ready? Go! You're going to push down. You're going to lift up. You're going to move it over and dump it out. Good job. That's one scoop of dirt. Let's do another scoop. Ready? Go. You're going to push down. You're going to lift up. You're going to move it over and dump it out. All right, that's 2 scoops of dirt. Let's do one more scoop. Ready? Here we go. You're going to push down. You're going to lift up. You're going to move it over and dump it out. All right, that's 3 scoops of dirt. Great job. Go to the next slide to see how much dirt you dug. Here's the imaginary hole you dug. Oh, that's a pretty good start. But it's going to take a lot more work to dig a big enough hole for a pool. Could a digging machine help? To find out, go to the next step. Watch what this digging machine does and listen for the work words. Ready? First, it's going to stretch out like this and push down into the dirt. Lift the dirt up, turn, and dump it out. Let's watch that one more time. It's going to stretch out, push down, lift, and turn, and dump it out. Now, let's try it together. Go to the next slide.
All right, let's see, boys and girls. You're going to be digging like a digging machine.
Now you're going to dig like an excavator, a digging machine. Get ready. Here we go. You're going to stretch out. You're going to push down. You're going to lift and turn and dump it out. Good job. All right, that's 1 scoop of dirt. Let's do another scoop. Ready? Here we go. You're going to stretch out. You're going to push down. You're going to lift and turn and dump it out. All right, that's 2 scoops of dirt. Let's do one more scoop. Ready? Here we go. You're going to stretch out. You're going to push down. You're going to lift and turn and dump it out. That's 3 scoops of dirt. Great job. Go to the next slide to see how much dirt you dug.
Do you think we dug more dirt this way or less dirt? What do you think?
Whoa, look at the hole your digging machine dug. A few more scoops and you'll have a pool. Well done. Go to the next step. Okay, sit down and discuss. If you had to dig a big hole, which way would you do it and why?
So think about it, boys and girls. Would you use a shovel to dig a big hole or an excavator? Why did you choose your choice? What do you think would work better?
You've been watching an ordinary digging machine, but this is the world's biggest digging machine. There's a man in this picture. Can you find him?
Do you see him? Wow, that's a big machine.
How long do you think that it would take to dig a swimming pool with this machine? You can hear the answer in the next slide.
So let's see how long.
The scoop of this giant excavator is more than twice as tall as the man standing there. That's big. This scoop can lift almost 100 tons of dirt. With a scoop that big, this machine could dig 44 swimming pools in an hour. So it would take a machine like this less than 2 minutes to dig just one swimming pool. It does all of this work using pushes, pulls, and other work words. just like you would do if you were digging it by hand. But the machine is bigger, and so are the pushes and pulls. Stay curious, and see you next mystery.
Great job today, boys and girls. Now, what I would like you to do is think about all the things that you might push and pull, or the machines in your house that push or pull. Think about as you open a door. Are you pushing your door open or pulling your door open? Where else might you find pushes and pulls? Think about that as you walk around your house today. Great job today, boys and girls. Talk soon.